what we've come to learn, believe it or not, bourbon and horse racing is an extremely good match. And this year, we're looking forward to the 50th anniversary celebration of Secretariat's historic win in the 1973 Derby.
So today we're positioned in the Turf Club, and so to my right, we can get a glimpse of that winner's circle. And that's where, as Mike said, in 66 days, the winner of Derby 149 will be draped with that beautiful garland that is so famous. And that is the very spot that 50 years ago, Secretariat won the 73 Derby. And he did it in an amazing time of 1 minute, 59.4 seconds. And that is a record that still stands today. I think we're all familiar with that term, the greatest 2 minutes in sports, right? And Secretariat said, no, I'm gonna do a little bit faster. So there's no better way for us to honor this important day in Derby history than to celebrate Secretariat on our annual Woodford Derby bottle. And starting today, this is available for purchase across the globe. And you don't have to be a racing fan to know the name Secretariat. I mean, everybody knows it. He's still revered today. Folks visit the gravesite and they lay flowers and honor him and pay tribute to this Triple Crown winner and really remember this great moment in history. Many people regard Secretariat as the GOAT of horse racing, and there's no better way for us to honor the greatest horse of all time than with the greatest bourbon of all time, and that's really Woodford Reserve. So this year's Secretariat artwork that is right here to my left was created in partnership with the Chenery family who owns Secretariat and a very celebrated equine artist, Miss Jamie Corum. She created this stunning piece and it really portrays the iconic moment out in the winner's circle. This is actually the second year that we've worked with Jamie, so her artwork was on our bottle last year. I'm thrilled to have her back this year. We're excited to have her here today. She's joined by Leonard Lusky, who is representing the Chenery family. So together they're going to share some details of how this project came together. So please, let's welcome Jamie and Leonard.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to say thank you to Woodford Reserve, the Brown Foreman team, and especially Jamie, and once again, an instant classic, so thank you for that. I think about the story of Secretariat, and many of you are familiar with it because you were around. Some of you are not. And this bottle, this is a perfect opportunity to continue to share his story, to celebrate both his accomplishments on the track and how he transcended it off of it. And we really want to make sure that that story reaches as many people as possible. And as it has been said, bourbon and horse racing, that's a given here in Kentucky, and we're really proud to be a part of that. Personally, I worked for Miss Chenery, Penny Chenery, for the last 20 years approximately of her life. And I'm so sorry she's not here today, because she loved her bourbon, especially she loved Woodford Reserve. So I think this is really fitting for her family, and all the fans that have been waiting for this bottle. And I have a little thing to read from the Chenery family. They said, "We are delighted that a great bourbon like Woodford Reserve has chosen to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Secretariat's Triple Crown with this beautiful bottle. One that is bound to be an instant collector's item, and already my friends are lining up to ask me for a bottle, and I can't wait to get it as well." So anyway, thank you again, and with that, I'll bring you to Jamie.
Hello again. I could kind of get used to this. But yes, I definitely, it's just such an honor to be here again in this same spot, celebrating with Woodford Reserve on their Kentucky Derby bottle. And if that's not exciting enough, to be celebrating Secretariat's 50th. So thank you so much to Woodford Reserve and Brown-Forman and Churchill Downs for, having me be the bottle artist for the year of Big Red. Woodford and Secretariat are two of my very favorite things. So couldn't be happier. I also need to thank Leonard and Penny Chinnery, who also I really wish she could be here today with us. I miss her. But if it wasn't for that very special connection that I formed many years ago with that team, I probably wouldn't be standing here in this very wonderful spot. It was actually approximately 16 years ago that Leonard saw my work in a local gallery, and I was kind of a young, just wet behind the ears equine artist trying to do a little bit here and there. And he asked me if I'd like to paint Secretariat, and of course I did. And they must have been happy with that first attempt, because I've been working with them and painting Secretariat and doing Secretariat events ever since. So I really feel like that connection, that long connection that I've had with Leonard and Penny and her family and Secretariat has really prepared me to do this. So thank you. And while I have painted Secretariat many times, including the giant 3-story mural in Paris, Kentucky, which who hasn't seen that? That was last year. But this painting is extra special because its purpose is to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Big Red's amazing 1973 Kentucky Derby win on the Woodford Reserve Derby bottle. That blazing fast Derby marked the beginning of his tour de force in the Triple Crown races, which elevated his name to legendary status, as you know. And so to commemorate his Derby win, we did decide to focus on the iconic winner's circle scene, where he stands draped in the garland of roses. I chose to compose it almost like a historical painting, where every detail is clear and accurate and serves to tell the story of that moment. The winner's circle structure it's pretty close to how it is, but I changed it slightly to make it a little bit more like a stage on which he stands, this golden statue of a horse, and his jockey, Ron Turcotte, pats him proudly on the neck. It's kind of that perfect moment, the dreamlike moment. He's surrounded by his adoring fans, his audience, which he still has today, and by so many roses. Literally the garland of roses draped over his neck, and also the framing roses on the sides. I counted those roses last night, just by chance. I was like, I wonder how many there are. And it turned out that if you count them right, there's 73. It was pretty wild. Totally unplanned. And I also like how the number 6 horse, I'll point it out to you if you can hear me. The number 6 horse here on the tote board had odds of 50 to 1. So that 50 stands right behind his head on his 50th anniversary. I thought that was cool too. Another unplanned serendipity. And one more little Easter egg I'll share with you in this painting is in remembrance of Penny Chinnery. And I wonder if anyone has spotted it, besides those people that already know about it. Nestled in the roses over here is a little copper penny. So that was my nod to Penny Chinnery, who I know is looking down and enjoying this moment from above. And sneak back over here. The title of this painting is called Still the Greatest, and truly he still is. Secretariat gave us something special and timeless because perfection is timeless. He had the power to transcend racing in '73 and reach everyone with his brilliance. And he still does that today, 50 years later. So last but not least, I need to thank Secretariat for being who he was. The perfect horse, the stuff of legend, the tremendous machine. Thank you for giving us something really special to celebrate in 2023.
To close, I have the distinct honor of introducing our new Master Distiller, Elizabeth McCall, and our Master Distiller Emeritus, Chris Morris.
We've heard a lot about tradition, times, dates, relationships. And I'm so proud that this is our 24th year of Woodford Reserve being the first ever official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby. And for 20 of those 24 years, I've been honored to be Master Distiller. So now as I pass the reins, pun intended, to Elizabeth, this is her first public toast as Woodford Reserve Master Distiller.
Thank you.
So if you all will please join me as we celebrate our continued partnership with celebrated equine artist Jamie Corum, and of course the highly anticipated 50th anniversary of Secretariat's historic win in the Triple Crown, and to the greatest horse in horse racing and the greatest 2 ounces in Kentucky bourbon, Woodford Reserve. Cheers.
Cheers.